Across the globe, environmental issues dominate today's headlines. In response, nations, companies, and everyday people are changing the way we do things to help preserve and protect our world for the future. I'm Greg Gumbel. Whether it's cleaner air, sustainable development, or energy efficiency, join me as we span the globe to bring you the stories that truly matter. Welcome to our planet. As we become more aware of the importance of preserving our world, we're learning to reevaluate our way of doing things. Take a look at one change being made.
In an age where global warming and energy conservation have become issues of the day, the automobile is taking a pounding. But the fact remains, America is married to the automobile as its principal form of transportation, and any solution to the nation's energy and conservation dilemma must address America's obsession with the automobile.
What few people realize is just how aggressively and consistently the automotive recycling industry has pursued green sustainability. In fact, the automobile is the most recycled product in the world today, with nearly 95% of the vehicle weight recycled.
The actual recycling process may start at the accident scene, where the tow operator or the first responder is responsible to clean up the glass and debris expelled from the vehicle because of the collision. That material is then placed in the trunk for the recycler to process.
Leading the effort to educate the consumer and auto manufacturers on the benefits of sustainable green automotive recycling is the Automotive Recyclers Association, or ARA. Through its affiliates, the organization serves thousands of member companies and part suppliers in the United States and has cooperative agreements in 14 countries spanning the globe. The ARA's efforts range from partnerships with original equipment manufacturers on automobile design and recyclability to the establishment of a green group of auto recyclers called Certified Automotive Recyclers, who promote and practice sustainable green disassembly standards.
Choosing recycled auto parts when repairing your vehicle is a green option in a number of ways. Certainly, it will save you some green in your wallet, as the parts are generally far less expensive than new, yet often carry the same or even a better warranty. Besides, why put a brand new part on a used car? Why not give the environment a break and reduce your carbon footprint, limiting the number of pollutants going into the air to produce all those new parts?
Of the nearly 250 million vehicles on the road today, 12 million will reach their end of life this year. For nearly all of those vehicles, end of life does not mean the end of the road.
Everything from wheels to seats are sold to the general public who work on their own vehicles. After all of the parts are removed, the vehicle is then crushed and sent to a shredder, which sizes and separates all of the materials. Such recycling saves an estimated 85 million barrels of oil every year that would otherwise have been used in the manufacturing of new parts. It also saves enough steel to produce almost 13 million new vehicles.
Still, in many car owners' minds, recycled parts just don't measure up to new ones.
It might seem a legitimate concern to some consumers. For example, why would I want a recycled airbag in my car? Not only are used recycled parts built by the original vehicle manufacturer to meet specific durability, reliability, and most important, safety standards.
New automobile designs and materials challenge automotive recyclers. As automobile recyclers strive to remain at the forefront of the green movement, industry leaders continue to seek new ways to demanufacture vehicles, remove pollutants from the environment, and meet consumer demand for green replacement parts. As the transportation needs of the nation meet the sustainability needs of the planet, auto recyclers have adopted a proactive green approach.
In our effort to create and maintain a sustainable green vehicle demanufacturing process and parts distribution network, automotive recyclers strive to take it one step further and maximize the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. Reuse is one step ahead of recycling in this equation, and the winners are consumers and the environment.
In countries all over the world, urbanization is creating ever-growing volumes of waste. With environmental problems now of paramount concern, ways have to be found to process waste materials safely, efficiently, and without causing pollution. Currently, technologies for separating valuable, reusable resources, such as iron, aluminum, and copper from waste, are attracting great attention. To respond promptly to the new requirements of these times, we at KOBELCO have been pressing ahead with research and development on machines that can assist in the handling of scrap metal. Among them are the KOBELCO multi-dismantling machines, which make light work of dismantling end-of-life vehicles and other discarded appliances to separate reusable resources. In 1979, KOBELCO developed Japan's first specialized machine for vehicle dismantling, and the scrap metal business never looked back. The objective at that time was to provide mechanized means for the safe removal of engines, chassis, and other hard components from vehicle bodies. Subsequently, attention was focused on recycling non-ferrous metals such as aluminum and copper, and KOBELCO have devoted years of research to develop and launch a full lineup of multi-dismantling machines that can take apart engines as well as vehicle bodies and remove tricky parts such as harnesses. Here we look at how two different multi-dismantling machines, the SK200 and the SK135SR, bring outstanding performance and user-friendliness to vehicle dismantling work. Multi-dismantling machines are fitted with a clamp arm for gripping and cutting, and a rotating nibbler for twisting and tearing. Through the combined operation of these features, vehicles can be taken apart with greater precision, and their component parts sorted and separated. Vehicle dismantling work using a multi-dismantling machine can be broadly divided into two processes: dismantling the vehicle body and dismantling the engine. For body dismantling, the SK200 is ideal. It works fast and excels at handling rigid parts, such as chassis, where real strength is required. For engine dismantling that involves extracting harnesses and other more delicate operations, the SK135SR comes into its own. The SK200 is fitted as standard with a powerful KVE 720 PR nibbler for the toughest jobs. And the SK135SR is fitted with a KH 750 PR nibbler designed to accomplish more delicate tasks. Before we look at how these multi-dismantling machines actually tackle an end-of-life vehicle, let's examine their controls. These consist of buttons located above the levers on the right and left side of the cab and foot pedals. Raising and lowering the clamp arm is controlled with the outer pedal on the left. Pressed at the heel, it raises the clamp arm. Pressed at the toes, it lowers it. The clamp arm is opened and closed by means of push buttons to the right and left above the levers. The button on the left opens the clamp arm. The one on the right closes it. The nibbler is controlled through the outer pedal on the right. Pressed at the heel, the pedal opens the nibbler jaw. And pressed at the toes, it closes it. Rotating the nibbler is controlled with the second pedal in from the left. Pressing it at the heel rotates the crusher to the left. And pressing it at the toes rotates it to the right. Full dismantling can be accomplished through a combination of these controls. There's some preparation to complete before actual dismantling work can begin. The recycling of parts from end-of-life vehicles is expected to become an increasingly important business. Engines, doors, and any other parts that can be reused have to be removed in advance. For dismantling to be both safe and efficient, preparation also includes removing tires, releasing gas, and draining off fluids. Once the preparation work is complete, the vehicle is ready to be taken apart. Here, the SK200 is ideal. It works fast. First, the vehicle is gripped firmly with the clamp arm. Being adjustable, it can grip vehicles of all shapes and sizes. The bumper cover is gripped by the nibbler and pulled off. The bonnet and fenders are pulled off. Harnesses at the front are extracted. The bumper is pulled off. The radiator is removed. The fuse box is gripped and taken out. The wiper motor is removed. The windshield can be taken off cleanly by cutting around the edge of the glass with the tip of the nibbler. The harnesses for the instrument panel are removed. At this time, any electrical equipment attached to the harnesses can easily be separated using the teeth on the front left of the clamp arm. The dashboard is removed. This too can be taken apart using the teeth on the clamp arm. Next, the roof is opened. As you can see, when the roof is cut along one side with the nibbler, it opens very easily. The harnesses around the doors are extracted. Depending on the customer's requirements, at this point, the harnesses inside the doors and under the seats can be removed. Using the SK135SR, small parts, such as the motors for the power windows, can be taken out. In Japan, normally ferrous scrap fed to electric furnaces should contain no more than 0.3% copper. The multi-dismantling machine can carefully extract harnesses, motors, and other parts high in copper content to produce higher-grade ferrous scrap. Next, the structural parts in the vehicle's underside are removed and the engine is taken out. First, the nibbler lifts one side of the vehicle and uses its rebound to turn the vehicle upside down. Then the clamp arm grips it firmly once again. The front cover is pulled off. The frame members and other structures are held in the nibbler's jaw and twisted off by rotating the nibbler. The muffler is gripped and pulled out. The catalytic converter, which contains platinum, is removed. The stabilizers are pulled out. The suspension is lifted out. If the suspension is fed directly into an electric furnace, it may cause an explosion. So the nibbler is used to grip the struts and bend them against the right projection on the clamp arm to allow the gas and oil in the shock absorbers to be drained out. The front of the frame is opened and the engine is taken out. The clamp arm grip is rearranged. The rear wheel axle is taken off. The fuel tank is removed. Finally, the exhaust pipe is taken off. Electrical parts and non-ferrous metals are separated to leave only parts that can be turned into high-grade ferrous scrap. The dismantled body is compacted in a press to be reused by feeding it into an electric furnace. Using the procedures you've seen with the SK200, it takes only 20 minutes to dismantle a passenger car. Next, let's see how the engine can be further dismantled. A lot of aluminum is used for the cylinder head, pistons, and other parts in engines. Creating high-grade aluminum ingots for recycling requires the careful removal of other non-ferrous metals such as zinc, which melts at a lower temperature than aluminum. This is ideal work for the SK135SR, which excels in delicate work. First, the engine block is gripped by the nibbler and is lightly sandwiched between the bowl-shaped grips of the clamp arm. A Harnesses and hoses are removed from the engine. Using the tip of the nibbler, the engine is raised at an angle to simplify the removal of parts. The dynamo is pulled out. The compressor for the air conditioner is taken out. The starter motor is removed. Next, the engine cylinder side is held with the nibbler and the transmission block side is held between the clamp arm grips and they're separated. Cutting tooth on the inside of the clamp arm is used to separate the cylinder head from the cylinder cases. The aluminum parts of the AT case are crushed between the grips of the clamp arm. This is the aluminum left from the dismantled engine. In this way, the KOBELCO multi-dismantling machine can take apart an engine very efficiently using its unique design of bowl-shaped grips and clamp arm teeth. When using the SK135SR for vehicle dismantling work, about a 20-ton weight of engines can be handled in one day. As lifestyles everywhere become more urbanized, the numbers of end-of-life vehicles are expected to grow. The way they're handled must be environment-friendly, as well as speedy, safe, and efficient. To respond swiftly to these requirements, KOBELCO has worked ceaselessly on new machine development, incorporating feedback from our clients. As a pioneer in multi-dismantling machinery, KOBELCO has built up a wealth of knowledge and sophisticated technologies in this field. We're confident you will not be disappointed. All of it benefits the current range of multi-dismantling machines from KOBELCO.